You guys see Ikea's new gaming furniture?
No.
Yeah, they're jumping into the gaming space. They
Are
teamed up with ROG to make gaming furniture. And
are they making one of those tables that has a TV built into it?
But it's a stand. They have a standing desk. Ikea just is killing it, man. They're like it's only $500, a little over $500 for the.
I was gonna say, are they cheaper?
Standing desk. Yeah, I mean it's super cheap for a pretty solid ass desk.
Gaming furniture on Ikea's website.
And then they have just like random accessories and stuff that go with it.
Matchspel. Matchspel.
That's the chair. That's the gaming chair.
Lunaspellare. Lunaspellare.
That's the cup, I think.
Lunaspellare.
And then the cup holder.
Same thing there.
The cup holder is also a separate thing you can buy.
Frede Upspel.
Their standing desks are cool, man. I'm gonna buy one. Once I move into the house, I'm getting rid of this desk behind me and this chair. I'm gonna upgrade to this stuff. It
took me a second. I thought you had changed your internet to Scandinavian. so that you could like get more practice.
Practice your Swedish.
And I was just like, why?
It's funny that once I started learning, IKEA became one of those funny things to me, where I realized that everyone's almost definitely pronouncing things wrong.
Right.
Like some of these, like, they don't have an easy way to just see like random crap. TV and media furniture, sure. Like, how would you pronounce this?
Probably Besta.
So it's spelled BESTU. U being the A with the circle above it.
Bestu?
Bestu. Hemnes. Anytime there's
Bestu.
What's he doing?
Buse.
His best do.
His bestu.
Buse. BYUS.
He's doing his bestu.
And I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the vowel name.
Did we start this? Did you start?
Yeah.
Oh, we're recording.
We're in this. Welcome to Pop Culture Unboxing.
Mm-hmm.
I am him that they call Matt.
I'm Ryan.
I'm non-conforming Zach.
Yeah. Spiderman.
Zach's in a bad way right now.
Not in a bad way. I just couldn't think of a joke fast enough.
It's just early in the morning.
It is early in the morning.
Everybody.
Is this the earliest we've ever recorded one of these?
Yeah, we should do this more often so I don't have to like.
You morning people. I don't get it.
We do this in the middle of the day still, so we like anything that I contribute to for the day. And now that I work, I like work extra hard at work and go on Saturdays like this.
Good catch. I appreciate
my
that.
whole week. Good catch.
I heard you almost swear there, and you didn't. Then you didn't.
I didn't swear.
You almost did.
No, I didn't.
I heard you thinking about it. I heard it in your.
No, it wasn't.
I heard it in your mind's eye, and then you didn't do it, and I was
okay.
super proud.
Dads
of
are
you.
fighting again.
No, I'm trying to.
Anyway,
I'm trying to tell them.
Well, because now I work on. I like going to work on Saturdays too, and that's going to be at least till the end of December. My whole week, I don't get my free time anymore, and I was just like, when you said about not coming last night, I was like. We can't. I don't want to record this show. I don't want to do this. I want to do what I want to do. So
you don't want to do the show.
You
poor boy.
Yeah.
Can we make it better for you? Can we sweeten the deal a little bit? Maybe.
Anyway, so we should do it more mornings like this, so that the rest of my day is my day, is my time.
You're Mai Tai.
Yeah.
Time for Mai Tais.
Yeah.
Why didn't you have Mai Tais ready for us this morning?
Yeah, Ryan.
Because isn't that an alcoholic drink?
Yes.
And I'm a recovering alcoholic.
No, you're not.
I mean,
stop lying.
No, I don't know.
Did you get you got your alcoholism in Canada? I assume.
Anyway,
it's funny
because I can see him in my vision behind Zach. Spiderman came out with a new trailer.
Did it?
Yeah.
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 Would you like to elaborate further?
I don't know, dude. It was okay. We finally got the second trailer, and my hype. I'm pretty hyped.
So if you're not
the
interested
second trailer was really
if
good.
you're trying to go into these Marvel films without seeing the trailers, first of all, how do you do it? Second of all, stop listening now, I guess, because trailer spoilers.
Just come back in like 15, 20 minutes, maybe.
I was going to say
we can drag a topic on for a while.
Come back in an hour.
Okay.
Oh, wait, the show will be over.
Just start at the end of the show and let's do it backwards.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got still no Toby. Still no Andrew.
They're definitely edited out of the
They're
trailer.
definitely in this film.
Yeah, they are.
Anybody says
There's no way they're not.
I was sitting there and I was thinking about it because we saw at the end of Venom 2 that Venom is now in the multiverse.
Yeah.
And I was like, because of the way that was it the lizard like kind of like
Dr. Connors
swing sideways after like jumping in the air.
It's only in the Brazilian trailer.
Yeah, it's only in the Brazilian trailer, but I was
when he
gets punched by someone that's not in there.
Oh, that's only the
It's
Brazilian.
only the Brazilian.
Well,
Okay.
I
For
find
some
it
reason,
interesting
it's a longer cut of that.
because like everybody's calling off that like he's being kicked. It was like it looks like somebody sideswiped him, and like I'm thinking that you've got 3 Spider-Men
Yep.
coming for them, and then Venom comes out of nowhere and just punches one of them.
Do you know what I
punches
think?
Because you
Lizard.
definitely don't do a wide shot like that with just Spider-Man right on the left. Like there's
Well,
there's other things filling that frame
Well,
up.
also, the lizard is not jumping at Spider-Man.
Yeah,
No,
that
You
too.
see
Clearly
where
not.
Spider-Man
When I first
is,
saw that, I
he
was like,
is
this is
not-
awkward.
He's like jumping past Spider-Man. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, when I first saw
And
the
Electro
edit,
is like way up in the air too.
when I first saw the edit, and I saw like him get kicked and the way he moves, it looks like it's like a glitch. So I was just like, oh wow, that's like a pre-rendered, like that's not fixed.
Yeah.
That was just a glitch. Like his 3D model just
Just
the head
rotated.
stopped, but the whole body kept flying.
It does look weird,
right. So it's I was like, okay, so that's not what that is.
which
but
it is unfinished CG.
right.
Almost
So I mean,
guaranteed.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Well, no, not this close to release.
Well,
Yeah.
So
without going into too many spoilers, I did watch a video where they actually broke down the trailer and like they went through it like frame by frame, and you can see where like there's distortions
Yeah.
in the CGI that don't make any sense, and
Someone's
it's because somebody's there.
also, well, even Doctor Strange's voice. There's 2 sections. They make one sentence that he says in the trailer, but the way it sounds, it does like it sounds. It has to happen in 2 different
Yeah.
scenes. I
Well,
can't
it's
remember
like
what
when
it's called with
in the
words.
trailer when they're laughing at Doc Ock's name, they're in 2 different locations. Like that's not the same conversation.
Right.
Like that's spliced.
Right.
They're laughing at someone else.
Also,
So one of the theories is that it's going to be one of the other Spider-Men, and they're going to laugh because he claims his name is Peter Parker.
right.
Yeah,
Well, maybe.
What?
I think what I would honestly believe what happens is we're going to get all the villains introduced, and then that final fight between Spider-Man and all the other ones, when Doctor Strange says they're coming through, I think that happens at the same time, and
Yeah.
that's when Toby and
So what okay, so what at what time in the movie? So how long is it?
3 hours long.
Is it all the way up to 3 hours?
Apparently 3.5 hours long. I think is what I've heard. 3.5 hours.
I
and
don't
I've
think
heard
it's
3.
that long.
I've heard 3.5, and I've heard 3. So I don't know.
I'll bet it's close to 3, probably like
So-
2 hours 50 minutes or something like
I was
that.
gonna say, so we're probably looking at a 3-hour long movie
Basically.
at least.
So here's my question: is at what point in the movie does Peter go to Strange and do that spell? I'm betting that happens within the
gonna
first
be
20
real-
minutes.
Yeah, that's gonna be super early.
Like they're probably gonna skim.
To be honest with
through.
you, I wouldn't doubt if it wasn't in the first 10 minutes because they'll do a montage of him like going from place to place, being attacked, being thrown
maybe.
at. Like he might solve some petty crime and then go over to Strange and be like, hey, listen, like I just can't do this.
well, they
anymore.
have- they have to-
159 minutes.
That's 2 hours. 120 minutes is 2 hours, so 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
so
2.5
hours.
That's pretty standard. So, because what they got to get out of the way first is the fallout from Mysterio, where he's believed to have killed him.
Mm-hmm.
So the investigation there, his conversation with MJ that they have on the phone there, that has to get gotten out of the
Yeah.
way. We'll probably have something similar with Ned.
Well,
But those conversations will probably cause him to think about it and then decide to go to talk to Doctor
Well,
Strange.
and I think that's why they're probably going to do that in a montage because
No.
it'll be one of those things like where they talk to both of them, and I think it's going to be like immediate. He's going to go talk to Doctor Strange, or they might even do like a flashback where like he goes and talks to Doctor Strange. He's like, "Hey, can you make it so that like nobody knew that I was Spider-Man?" And he goes, "Why?" And then it kind of cuts back and it shows him going through school, him going through things, him talking to MJ, and then it would cut right into it.
Well, the thing is, like, also with Charlie Cox supposedly coming back, like, I think this film's going to reveal a lot more. That, like, I would not be shocked if the reason that, like, it's clear that they're going to have Andrew Garfield and all that stuff, and the reason they haven't worked hard to try to keep that a secret is probably because the whole Charlie Cox thing, since he was like supposedly reported on set. Like
Yeah.
that's probably they're trying to get people to stop talking about the fact that Netflix Daredevil is potentially going to be in the MCU now.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't know. The whole thing is very confused. I'm excited, but I also am very nervous.
Yeah.
Well, and I
It's-
think there's several things that they could do. To be honest with you, the question is, when is that big scene with everyone? Because I don't think that's going to be the climax. To be honest with you, I think that might be like midway through the movie,
Right.
and that brings in the other Spider-Man, and then they have to go fight somewhere else. Because I don't think that's going to be the climax.
Well,
Well,
I mean-
you know how he has that big in the trailer that we see his one suit, the black and gold suit.
Mhm.
Someone made a good point. If you look at like the promotional material for that, you can see like circuits and everything. So the one theory that I saw someone would say that black suit is because he first fights Electro, and it either burns off like the red material over top of it, or
Yeah.
he turned the suit inside out because it hit Electro messed with his electronics.
The
Or
one
burned off like the
Well, also, I
motor.
think he's going to lose the Iron Spider suit early on too, because I bet that's what Doc Ock gets it somehow, and that's how he makes his arms.
Yeah, I
get
think
the Stark tech
that's
on
what, because that stuff is made out of nanobytes or nanotechnology too.
Is it?
Yeah, the Iron Spider suit. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
nanotechnology.
Mm.
Because he has that, one of the things that they think happens is the arms actually absorb
Yeah.
that. Will
Yeah,
absorb
that was
it,
something
and
that
it'll-
I was actually going to ask about. Like, it doesn't really make sense that Stark's tech would just like abandon Peter and go over to Ox. So like, Ox got to have a way to override it.
the neurochip.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
probably
that
exactly
neuro-
what it
Since,
is.
since that neurochip is gone, and that's what that neurochip was supposed to like prevent, because
I think the most
because they link to his brain, the neurochip was supposed to stop the arms from like controlling him. Well, the arms are a living they say that in the Raimiverse, like they are a living thing, living AI.
Yeah.
So what happens is they probably like attack.
Oh, so it,
you know,
it would be
that's-
like Ultron and Jarvis.
Yeah, you know how like they see that scene where he wraps in the trailer where he wraps around Peter, and then like the Iron Spider stuff like comes off his face. He says, "You're not Peter Parker."
Yeah.
I don't think that. I think that's a different scene.
Do
I
you?
think I don't know if those are the same.
But that's
scene.
still a really telling line, because that right there, because that was a question I had earlier, was does Doc Ock see this Peter as if he was Tobey Maguire?
I think.
Like,
I think.
but
when
he doesn't, because he's like, you're not Peter Parker.
I think when he says, "Hello, Peter," he only sees him in the Spider-Man suit, so he just thinks like he's like,
Oh,
"I've seen
this
that
is-
suit." It's like, okay,
yeah.
that's all right, hi,
It's a
Peter.
different suit, but
right?
Yeah,
It's a
you
different
got
suit,
an
but it's
upgrade.
Peter. And then when he takes it, I was like, "Wait a minute, what's going on?" Here?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's such a telling line that it's
Right.
like, oh, so those Spider-Men canonically do look different.
well, it's also pretty interesting too because they're looking at it and it's like, okay, they don't know how the multiverse works either. It's not like they're coming in with outside information like, oh, hey, we knew what we were doing when we stepped into this dimension. It was just like, oh, hey, we were just brought here.
Yeah, I just
Like-
want to know what,
I
like, why is Doc Ock evil now?
right.
Unless they're being pulled from before their deaths.
I think that's what's happening is they get pulled right before, or not right before, but I think before they're normally supposed to. So like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna assume that the Green Goblin gets pulled out before the bridge scene.
What if it shows us? What if we go back to the Raimi movies and we see the very end of the fight with them, and it's about to be the kill moment or whatever, and then they get sucked through a portal,
Right, and then
and both the Spider-Men are just
Right.
left there,
oh, that would be
and
cool.
then later on in the movie,
They come
we
to-
see the portals opened for them almost immediately after, but they came
think
later.
they'll play
and-
the Portals theme.
maybe.
I bet they will.
I don't know. I don't know how that would work though because you've got multiple from each universe. So like, it can't be.
Maybe this could be a different time. If universes and timelines are two separate things,
Yeah.
it can pull. It can be like, okay,
Well,
in this universe,
Yeah.
Spider-Man. But then
Yeah,
how many
so
Spider-Men are you gonna have?
I
are you
think-
gonna have like
Well,
six
well, that,
Tobey
that-
Maguire
that's
Spider-Man?
yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. Is like if you do it that way, then why wouldn't the other Spider-Man come in too? Unless you were looking to do that, and you actually did bring in like obviously Tobey Maguire and
also Sandman
Wouldn't
didn't
that be-
die.
Andrew Garfield would be great.
Well, yeah, Sandman didn't die. I don't know his point of.
I think so. There was a theory that I saw, which I thought would actually be pretty good. Is kind of to what you're saying when they go back and forth. Because I know there was a poster that said murderer but it was Sam Raimi.
Oh,
it was
that's
Tobey
from
Maguire's
the-
Spider-Man.
I see what
And
you're
it
saying.
might be something where it's like, hey, this happened later because Tobey Maguire is significantly older, and he's going to be able to come back and say like, hey, listen, like these things happen. It's like I have
see
to
what
stop
you're
them.
saying.
There's nothing you can do about
So you're
it.
saying that
And
even though
he's going to be the Uncle Ben,
even
for
though
the
you
movie.
saw the murder sign like of the Raimi suit, it could be a different timeline. Like when we saw that poster.
Well,
I see what you're saying.
but it's also one of those things where if they do it, well, if they do it well, and they start to say, okay, well, it's a multiverse where it's literally infinite. It's not a finite amount of universes. Then you could pull Tobey Maguire and say, well, that universe started, 40 years earlier,
right.
Yeah.
and now Spider-Man's 28 or however many years earlier to have an older Spider-Man come in, because I think that
What,
would actually be really good that you replace Uncle Ben with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
What do
Yeah.
you guys think will be the moment when the Green Goblin takes off his mask and starts flying around without it?
Okay.
Because
I was going to ask about that.
We know that's going to happen.
Is-
And the suit is
Unless that's Hobgoblin, James Franco's Hobgoblin.
no. So
I was actually wondering that too.
no.
Because
So
his helmet's off, and Green Goblin never took his helmet off when he was
so
flying.
we know that's probably not the case, just because when we saw the set photos, or not the set photos, when we saw the photo that they released of that suit, when the mask is no longer available, it's just the goggles. It's the suit's damaged. Like it's that same Green Goblin suit,
Yeah.
but it's just damaged. Like parts are missing from it, and he now wears a bag. So it's probably like Goblin shows up, gets beat up, and the mask gets destroyed. So he repairs because there's like green fire in some of the scenes. So you're
Yeah.
like, well, okay, he like
What?
he
And I
uses
wonder,
the MCU
like,
equipment.
is Doc Ock going to be the only one that gets an upgrade from Spider-Man? Like, or are other ones going to beat him
I am
and take
almost
stuff
certain-
from his suits?
Well, I'm
and
actually
technology?
almost certain at least the Green Goblin gets upgrades from the MCU, which will be good, because then we will see, because Osborn's supposed to be like a brilliant scientist, he's
Who?
Osborn.
yeah,
Oh,
the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
I can't
Norman
remember his-
Osborn.
Yeah, Norman Osborn.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be like very intelligent.
Yeah.
And we never really see him be a scientist. All we do is see him be
Yeah.
a businessman. So
back
like,
to
Yeah.
formula.
yeah, back to that. But that would be a cool way to see like him improving.
He's something of a scientist himself.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like now we get to see that. Oh, what if they have a scene where he's improving the goblin armor, and like they ask like, "What are you doing?" He looks up, and says, "I'm some sort of a scientist myself." And then he just, like, what if they get him to say that?
That'd be
line?
incredible.
There's got to
know-
be so many callbacks.
There's gonna be so many memes that they're gonna make from this.
Well,
Yeah.
that's one
I'm
of the
excited
things.
for the web blood thing.
That's one of the things that this MCU has done really well is they've got their finger
Wait.
on the memes.
This MCU, Zach, what aren't you telling us?
Well, we're in the multiverse now.
Yeah,
The other MCUs
versions of the
didn't
MCU
have
have you
their
seen?
well, the Sam Raimi.
Did you see the version of the MCU where
Raimi?
where
Raimi.
Thor 2 was good?
No, that's a universal constant.
Oh, gotcha. Man,
Wow.
that sucks.
That was a good one. That was good.
But oh man, now I lost my thought.
Me too.
I hope you find her.
Oh.
Wow,
Sorry, I had to go
that
for
was,
it.
that was actually pretty good.
So, can I?
Oh,
Yes.
that's what I was
Is
saying.
it safe to say?
Yes,
thanks, Randy.
it is.
Safe to say that we're all pretty pumped about
Yes.
this film.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna
Cool.
be
So when the tickets go up for sale,
yes.
just buy them.
Yes.
Don't ask you if you're going to be free. You're just
No,
gonna
we'll,
Oh, yeah,
we
we'll
will
make
make
it
ourselves
happen.
free.
okay.
Well, one of the things that I actually
We
wanna
need to
see-
figure. I need to figure out who wants to go because we could potentially have a pretty big party going.
Oh,
I don't know if you want to though.
I mean, I'm going to buy at least 3 tickets if anybody else wants. Just how about this? You walk around with a bucket that just says Spider-Man donations for Ryan,
Okay.
and then I'll
Spider-Man
take that money
donations.
and I will buy us all tickets at
Okay.
the same time.
Oh,
I'll use my overtime money to just buy out the theater.
Okay,
You guys just pay
I
it
like where
back.
this is going.
Just pay me
That's
back.
actually pretty
Yeah.
cool. But so one of the things that I actually would like to see in this movie is because Strange actually makes a point to say that all of these villains are like destined to be killed by Spider-Man
Right.
or die fighting Spider-Man. I would actually like to see Peter trying to save them.
That's what he is doing.
Hold on. But bringing them in multiple times. So we're going to see alternate versions of every single one of these guys, but it's going to be the same guy coming in every time, slightly different, which is where you get your costume changes.
Right.
And where you get the different styles for everyone throughout the movie. And then what ends up happening is Peter just keeps trying to save them, and they just keep dying, even though he's not doing it directly.
I mean, that would be a cool idea. I don't think that's going to happen because they showed that Pokeball thing that Strange has, the Pokebox thing that catches all of them in it. Because that's what we knew with that.
Oh, yeah.
The prison, the little prison thing that he has. I mean, and that's clearly that's to like put them in so he can drop them back into the universes where they're supposed to die.
Did you catch the when Doctor Strange is taking it from Spider-Man before he astrally punches him or whatever? It was really funny. If you pause, the reason Spider-Man's just up there is because he shot a web. Doctor Strange opened a portal in front of him, then opened one behind him, and Spider-Man webbed his own foot. And was holding himself up.
Yeah,
like,
it was really good.
all right, now you're thinking with portals.
Yeah,
I thought that was funny.
But I think we've talked about Spider-Man long enough.
Have we?
Yeah, how long have we
I
talked?
like Spider-Man.
I don't know. There was a lot in the trailer because Strange is going to be.
What
Is
time
this
we
the
at?
Spider-Man episode? 21 minutes.
21 minutes. I'll give you 9 more. 9 more to talk about Spider-Man trailer.
So I was going to say, I wonder how long or how much of an antagonist Strange is going to be, because obviously they're going to have to fight over how to do it. But is it going to be like one scene where it lasts 5 to 10 minutes, or is it going to be one of those things where like the rest of the second half?
Most of the scenes that he's going to be in, all the scenes that Strange is in, I think parts of them are in the trailer.
I hope that I don't hear anyone say that like Strange is a member of the Sinister Six. I'm like, no. You brought Venom over there. He better be a member of the Sinister Six for
especially since the trailer only showed us 5 villains.
Even for 2 minutes, I'll take him fighting. Let him fight Spider-Man for 2 minutes, and then he just gets kicked away. And they're like, "All right, there's my Sinister Six."
But if all of them are destined to die fighting Spider-Man, why is that Venom there now? Shouldn't it be the Raimi?
Oh, what if it is the other? What if Raimi Venom does show up? What if Topher Grace does come back?
There's
and
two
then he just
Venoms.
He shows up to be like threatening, and then our Venom shows up and just eats him right there. Just
that would
like,
be really
It's
funny.
like a funny, quick, like, haha, sucks to be you.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if they brought Topher Grace just to make
I
fun
feel like
of him.
Topher Grace would do that too.
I would.
Well,
I would.
I mean, that is a good question. Are they going to make Venom the 6th member, or is Venom going to help
I think it'll be both.
on our side? So then, who would be the 6th?
It'll be both. I think Venom will change sides.
Yeah, because that's what. Well, that wouldn't even level the playing field though.
Be 4 on 5.
I mean, that's still close. I mean, four super spider people versus if one man can do it,
4 super spider people.
what can 4 super spider people do?
Yeah, exactly. We are the Spider-Men. What if fully animated Miles Morales shows up in this?
That would be cool. Oh,
Like not even acted as a character, like
what
not
if
a person acting it.
What if
like
Japanese Spider-Man shows up?
that would be funny.
He just shows up and gets like
Spider-Pig.
Spider Pig. If Japanese Spider-Man shows up, they have to bring the Megazord.
Nicolas Cage. Spider-Man Noir.
Ah, that would be cool. And he actually takes his mask off, and it's Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Just doing the
Dude,
face.
that would actually be pretty funny if you ended up with like 14 Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And they were just all over the place.
Sinister Six just quit. It's like, nope, we're not fighting this many Spider-Men.
That would
that'd be great.
Oh, that'd be cool. You get like the actual portals thing, but instead of it all being like different heroes in the Marvel universe, it's just all different Spider-Man.
Control C, Control V. And then that's where we get introduced to Miguel.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be
Spider-Man 2099.
Scarlet Spider shows up. I'll cry.
There is a good question here, which is if they how they end this is kind of important to figure out whether or not Spider-Man's going to continue to be in the MCU too, right?
Sorta, because this is the end game for Spider-Man. Apparently,
Yeah.
that's like the big. I mean, that also could be business speak, but supposedly
I thought it was just about the scale.
The future of Spider-Man is going to be.
Up
Well,
in the air.
I think when they say that, see, that's what makes me think like get end game scale for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, every Spider-Man needs to show up. Then you can't just say this is the end game and then 3 Spider-Man show up. Like, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are great, but they're not.
I just like how this
thousands of Spider-Man.
I just like how this movie is potentially, by coming out, is going to add a total of 6 movies to the MCU.
Yeah.
Itself,
Yeah.
3 Raimi movies and 2 Garfield movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if Garfield was in the MCU?
Oh man, I have some ways I want
I
that
don't
to
know.
happen.
To be honest with you, Garfield was my least favorite Spider-Man.
I heard
We're not talking about the same thing.
yeah.
Oh, we're talking about like the cat.
Yeah, the little lasagna loving cat.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. I don't
You should
understand.
just show
What if
up.
Garfield was in the MCU?
That
I don't
de-
think it's that hard of a question.
That derailed my like.
That would be a good throwaway joke. Just Garfield comes in, starts walking away, and
Oh,
someone says,
that would
"It
be
says
funny.
Garfield," and then he looks up and goes, "What?"
How much did we did we discuss DC comics being canon in the MCU?
Yeah,
now?
we talked
Yeah,
about
we
that
did.
last week.
It's kind
But
of cool.
that's not surprising because like Marvel comics are canon in the DC universe.
Yeah, that's fair.
And even in the DC comics, like Marvel comics exist.
It would be pretty funny if DC, in an attempt to be relevant, got a hold of the MCU and said, "Why don't we just do a crossover movie so that people like us too?" And then brought both cinematic universes together, creating a true multiverse.
I don't know.
And they can joke about how the fact
Superman
that
versus
they're
Captain
comic,
Marvel, who wins?
Superman.
yeah,
Because he's a man.
No, because so far, if you look at everything, so it's weird that I can pull them out. But you know the Death Battle YouTube channel. You know
Oh,
how
yeah.
they basically look at characters with like their abilities and they go to
and
like
their
a
stats and everything.
ridiculous amount of detail to figure out who would win in a death battle. So far, Superman is just OP to every character that's ever been on the death battle.
Yeah.
To the point that they said, so Captain Marvel, they did Captain Marvel versus Android 18 from Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm.
Android 18 beat Captain Marvel, but Goku can beat Android 18, and Goku can't even touch Superman. So
Wait, what is Captain Marvel's weakness?
I don't really know.
Because
Third wave
Superman needs
feminism?
to be within the sunlight, ostensibly, and not near kryptonite.
Well, I think like Superman's one ability, his newest ability of like that nuclear, basically becoming a human nuclear bomb to the universe. I think that's like one of his OP moves, and
Because she
Yeah,
might
I
take
don't
it to
know.
space, because normally she would have the advantage there, but then he gets the advantage in
there's
space.
many people that are going to say that Captain Marvel would win, but if you look at
She'll
like,
just fly through him.
No.
That's her signature move.
Well, I was gonna say,
but she won't fly through Thanos, but she'll fly through ships.
Yeah, I'll say Captain Marvel is not the strongest, even in the MCU.
Oh no,
no.
Doctor Strange, I think, is one of the strongest in the MCU.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Strange would
Well,
end,
that's
end her.
because of Strange's magic, and I think that's the difference in the DC universe. The reason Superman is the strongest is because there's no real big magic that is stronger than Superman, though.
Yeah,
But in the MCU, magic is just like
a thing.
yeah. Oh, you can shoot eye beams. I can
I can make
turn
those
you
eye beams hit
inside
you.
out.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Shang-Chi yet?
What?
Did you guys watch Shang-Chi? Did we all go to see it together?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. We did talk about this.
I thought you were setting up a joke.
I wasn't. I just forgot. It's too early for this.
I saw on your
forgot that we
face
went
the
together.
moment you realized that we went together, and I just saw this moment of how do I redeem this? Like, it's like how do I solve this?
This
so I
is
don't
one of
have
those
to admit
moments
it?
where video footage would have been great because you would have seen us both look at you.
It's too early for this. Anyway, it's like when Wong is fighting Abomination and uses the portals to make him punch himself.
I heard that wrong. I thought you said it's when Obama was fighting Abomination, and I was just like, he
Well,
didn't
okay.
he didn't run in
Wait.
2016.
Okay, wait. Captain Marvel versus Obama. Who wins?
Obama.
Why?
Michelle, get my strap.
So, and again, this is the best part of Endgame is when Thanos punches Captain Marvel out of the movie. Like
Did she not show up again?
no, she doesn't show up, and it takes one Infinity Stone,
She shows up again.
like at the end, to be like, oh hey, Tony's dead. Sorry about that.
Yes.
But no, she's out of the fight. Like he takes out the Power Stone, punches her, and she's gone.
That's because it's called the Power
That
Stone.
was
gone.
a great move, by the way. Thanos is big brain. But that's the problem, is she's so powerful she doesn't have to think about it anymore. And then someone comes along with an Infinity Stone and
As long as the writers have the ability to make her all so powerful. The only thing is they probably didn't want her to kill Thanos because we got to kill Tony Stark. So let's just let him do it.
yeah.
It makes more sense.
I think that's the thing. It's like Thor almost beat Thanos with all the stones, and she can't beat him with one. like she's terrible. She's either incompetent or not that powerful.
Or and magic is just OP.
Not to like change this up. Did you see that? I just saw someone sent me a meme just recently. It was so funny. It's like when your best friend watches all the MCU films, and it's like the gif of Tony Stark, like he's making Peter an Avenger. He's like, "Good job, kid. You're Avenger now." You're an Avenger. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Just that made me think about it.
My favorite Endgame meme was the Super Smash Brothers version when Thanos.
I can't believe it. I totally forgot. You just reminded me of the biggest thing I want to talk about. This.
Oh well.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Good job, Zach.
So let me finish my meme. Then you can
go ahead.
It's when Thanos takes the Power Stone out and punches him, and as soon as she goes off screen, it does the big explosion. It goes KO because you don't see her the rest of the movie. He was like game. I was like, oh, that was great. So go forth. What have you found? Right.
So first of all, if anyone doesn't know, just 343 Studios just decided to release Halo multiplayer just for free.
Yeah,
you just go have fun, kids. I've been playing.
Go enjoy it.
It's okay.
It is okay.
But
it is remarkably okay.
Yeah, but the biggest thing it happened a couple days ago. So Warner Brothers just had a keynote event thingy where they showed off a new Smash Brothers video game that they're coming out with.
Yeah,
which has characters from their universe. And so they're basically, it's their what they have to say about the new Nickelodeon Smash Brothers game. So the game has obviously Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, because of course. Then you get to fight with Steven Universe and another character from the Steven Universe show. Finn and Jake, they're in it.
Okay.
Shaggy is in it, and he actually can charge up into a Super Saiyan move. So basically, Ultra Instinct Shaggy is in this game.
Oh,
and is he only using 1% of his power?
Yeah, and
I bet he says that.
And to top it off, Arya Stark's in this.
Of Game of Thrones fame, Arya Stark.
Of Game of Thrones. So it's all of these characters, and it's free to play.
Wow.
So I signed up immediately to play.
Where's SpongeBob?
SpongeBob's not a Warner Brothers property.
Oh, he's Paramount. That's right.
Yeah, Nickelodeon. It's their what they're saying about.
You said Nickelodeon, and all I could imagine is Superman versus SpongeBob. Who wins?
Right. Well, so
SpongeBob can't die.
I'll have to show you.
He outlives him.
I'll have to show you guys the trailer, but the trailer for it. But it's free to play. I signed up to see if I could get to play it. So hopefully they pick me. Pick me, please.
Yeah.
I'm a DC fan here. You should. I've defended your films. You should pick me.
I think that says more about you than their games.
Exactly. He expects to get something back in return for defending them.
Yeah. Do you know how stressful it is and how hard it is?
Just don't bother.
Do you realize how hard they've made it for me to defend them?
Yeah. Do you realize what you do?
I've already made you dislike movies that you thought you liked. Just let me do it to you with DC too.
So just a crazy, and all the characters are voiced, so you get to hear Batman trash talking Shaggy while Shaggy's just not cool, man. 1% of my power. So,
and this is all on Halo multiplayer.
Yeah,
I wish.
No, this is another game. It's gonna be free to play. Cosmetic stuff is the only way. Is the only pay to win stuff. I
was gonna say,
when are they
I missed
release?
a sentence somewhere, and I was like, wait a second, are we still talking about?
When are they
and
gonna release?
They're planning to release more characters. They said more Cartoon Network characters. So we could get Johnny Bravo or Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, I was just thinking about that.
Or Return the Slab Guy. I hope as a character.
I would love. Every time you kill someone with courage, he would just be like, the things I do for love.
Yeah.
When are they going to release a Smash game with every fictional character ever?
When Disney decides to stop being jerks and allow them to use their properties.
Do you know how? That would be
every fictional character ever.
Well, that already exists actually.
Yeah.
Mugen. Mugen exists.
What is Mugen?
So Mugen's it's an old PC game that you download, and people upload custom sprites of characters, and you can just have all the There, you can have anything. I think one was like someone's cat. They had their cat in the game, and they were like fighting like Goku and Ichigo from Bleach or something. Like,
Yeah, but why could you have like I don't know, Goku versus Ranger, the time traveling dog from the book series.
if
Ranger
you can
in Time.
make the sprite, Mugen could give you what you want.
No, I
That's
want someone
funny.
like I want Nintendo to make this game, and I don't mean like they might mishear me and think that I want a lot of the more popular fictional characters. No, I want every fictional character ever.
You hear what he just did there? He basically took the Ron Swanson move. He's just like, I think you misheard me wrong. I don't want just some bacon and eggs. I want all the bacon and eggs that you have.
Very good, Ryan. You picked up the reference.
I do
I'm
good.
proud of you.
What else do we want to talk about? There's other things.
trailer came
Another game review.
You guys are not as excited about or blown away by the idea of a game where Shaggy beats up Arya Stark. Like that's
Yeah, because Courage the Cowardly Dog's not in it.
As
Why
soon
should we
as, soon
care?
as Courage is there, I'm in.
Yeah,
But another game review.
add Courage to Smash.
And I actually have a game
Hashtag.
no,
for
we got
the first
Sora
time.
from Kingdom Hearts.
So I have a game for the first time. I'm looking to get a refund.
Is it Battlefield 2049 or whatever?
Battlefield 2048.
Yeah.
And I'm
Really?
looking to get a refund for it. It is terrible.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying.
I
They're
try-
saying that you can still get the refund even if you're over out the hours.
I only played like 4 matches.
We got another
and I'm
Cyberpunk
just
on
like,
our hands,
no.
huh?
Yeah.
I'm just like, no. Like, well, and the problem is that they effectively just reskinned Battlefield 5.
Of course they
But
did.
the problem is that I played a game of Rush, and it's 64 players.
The dog
And
from
you
Mega
have to
Man or
take-
the band?
The band.
Both.
Okay.
And you have to take a point on top of a building,
Right.
but there's 35 people on top of the building.
Actually,
Like,
that sounds like that could be fun.
Well,
Yeah.
it's 64 and on 64, so you've got like 32 people on top of the building, and it's like, hey, take the building. You can't. There's 35 people
That's
all on
why
the point,
you
and there's
gotta-
no way to get up there. It's just the maps are bad, the gameplay is bad.
Could you crash a helicopter and just murk all
They
35?
tried. Like I didn't even do anything, and they were just destroying everybody. They were bringing every helicopter they could. They were
That's
coming up
hilarious.
like
to me.
it's just the
Jeez.
gameplay is just so bad. Like
yeah, that's what I've been
it's
hearing.
not good. It's not worth the money. I have never
But didn't
gotten a
the
refund
same exact
for a game
thing
before.
happen with the last Battlefield where they released it completely not ready, and then after 2 months of patches and all that, it was a great game.
Well, and I think that's the problem is that like this game just like there's no campaign, so it's like when you like I usually play the campaign to get used to the game and the physics of it and everything.
Yeah.
There is no campaign. And I think that's because the last time they did a campaign, they were like, "Oh, we're going to make it historically accurate," and then gave completely historically inaccurate stories to play. And it was just like, I don't understand. Like they went on this huge fight about how like they weren't going to do certain things because it wasn't historically accurate, and then all of their stories were irrelevant. The only good one was the Last Panzer.
You
That
don't-
story was
Are you telling
awesome.
me you don't like people with metal arm or like robotic arms in your Battlefield 1 games?
Yeah, I know, right? But
That was my favorite. They said that because that's someone like clipped that together and like one was like, "This is the most. We're making it very historically accurate." And then this
Yeah.
person runs through and she has a metal arm. You're like, "Oh, okay."
yeah, well, and that was the thing that killed me. But I think they got
Took
enough
you 2 minutes
backlash.
to lie to me.
Yeah, well, I think they got enough backlash, and to be honest with you, it's just like it's. I was looking for an improvement. You've had how many years since Battlefield 5 came out?
Oh my god.
Who knows?
3-4 years.
Yeah.
So like it's one of those games where I was like, you've got 3 years of development. You already have a lot of the physics and everything down. I was like, you just need to make a good game, and it's terrible.
I was
But Zach,
you
that costs money. They're trying to make money, not
Right.
spend it.
Oh, they're gonna get sued into the ground. Is what's
Yeah,
gonna
they are.
happen.
I
It's like being CNN versus
Ryan, it's like or, not Ryan. You're
Sandman.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Zach, it's like you don't even care about these poor corporations. Do you want them to only make a couple billion this year? Like they could be making many billions. But because you don't appreciate the art they've handed you on a platter where you can stand on a rooftop with your friends and not die. And you are going to get a refund on that.
yeah.
And you're really going to
Just-
hurt their bottom line like that.
dude just join
Absolutely
In
hard.
Join
reality,
the
I'm
face-
trying to protect them because
join
they
the
could get
Facebook
sued.
VR place like I did. and you'll have fun. There's so many like cool.
I've seen the
VR?
abominations about VR chat. I'm not getting into that.
Not VR chat. I play a lot of VR games that are all like military shooters and stuff like that, and they're so fun. Also, I like the one thing that we've taken out of American history in video games is is the only weapon in any game. If the M1 Grand's in it, you have to turn up the volume for it.
Plink.
So you have to hear the M1 Grand's, or the game's instantly bad. People review bomb the game terribly to the point that the developer had to be like, "Fine, we'll turn the volume up on it when it that happened with another recent game. Someone made a VR game where it was you go into like real life like war into like. You can bring any weapon you want into the game. So you can go into multiplayer and there's people, but everyone, as soon as they put the M1 Grand in, everyone brought M1 Grands to the fight. So you're like, there's like, it's in like art in today's wars. There's like, the enemies are shooting at you with like advanced military weapons and you just hear a bunch of like ping, just ping. Everyone's just got M1 Grands on the battlefield. But
Because M1s and Garands are so great because when you run out of ammo, it's still a club.
yeah,
That's great.
But then everyone like review bombed it like in the things. I just said, one of the best reviews that someone wrote is just like, honestly, one of the best VR military games I've ever played. But turn that M1 Grand up, bro. Just getting one started.
I was watching Thunder Ranch, and my favorite argument against the M1 Garand after they designed it, they were like, this like when you're out of ammo, it's so loud that they're gonna know where you are. And the argument against it, they just looked at it and said, "You just fired 8 rounds out of that thing. They know where you are."
Yeah,
Bullets are loud too.
It was just one of those things like
they can see the muzzle flash.
Yeah.
That's one of those things where you're sitting at a desk all day just running tests and never fire the weapon. Your first thought is, man, they're going to know where you are if you run out of ammo. It's like, they're going to know where you are if you run out of ammo already.
Yeah.
I got real upset. There's the VR game Resident Evil 4 came out. So good. And I was so happy I have all these VR games I like. It's like, this is the perfect VR games. And then Medal of Honor came out. And
They're still making Medal of Honor?
they made a VR game of Medal of Honor.
Really? I like the Medal of Honor
Beyond
games.
and Above. And it's, I mean, story's not good, but the multiplayer is fun. And M1 Grands, of course.
Yeah, naturally.
But I was like, I bought it and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play this. And then my VR setup is stacked. I have all these fun VR games. Like, I'm never gonna leave VR. As soon as I try to download, it says space limited. The download for Medal of Honor is 41 gigs, and I only have mine's 60 gigs. So I had to delete every game. So it's just like Medal of Honor just did me dirty. I tried to refund it because I was like, I'm fine. I have enough. And Facebook said, we'll put it depending. And then I got an email back saying, hey, your refund was, we can't do your refund because it couldn't process the account. So we gave you access to the game again. I was like, that doesn't fix the problem.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's weird.
what do you mean you can't?
It's like
Metaverse, man. Someday we're all going to live in a player.
that
Ready
commercial
Player
is. Have you seen that commercial?
Yeah.
I don't like it. It makes me very uncomfortable.
I can't wait.
I don't feel like there's enough
Ready
barbecue
Player
sauce in
One
it.
world, man. Let's go.
I
When I come home from work after a very stressful day, just put my VR headset on and just hang out with a bunch of people and just shoot people with M1 Grands. That's my day. That's a good day.
You can have a fully simulated wartime thing after you get home from work, but don't you dare light a plant on fire
Yeah.
and consume it, because
Yeah.
that's evil.
Yes. You can do that in the VR space, bro.
You can get
That's
stoned.
good enough.
Get stoned in VR.
I totally thought you were
I would
talking
like to try
about in
that.
the VR world, and I was like, what?
I'm
Prove that we're not in the VR world right now.
I can't take the
You're
glasses
simulating.
off.
It's just simulating your hand there. You think you're reaching through, but you're not.
I'm just laying in a pod.
I don't think there's
On
anything
my-
you can do about it.
My pod of goo.
We just have to accept it. Yeah, good movie. Great movie. I'm excited for the
alright.
next one.
Yeah, it's all right. That's the problem, man. I watched it at the wrong time.
You did.
What, Ready Player One?
No, Matrix.
Oh, man.
I've never seen The Matrix.
Because
And
it's such a because it did so many groundbreaking things that everyone copied it.
Yeah.
So now it's not as special.
Wait,
Well,
wait,
that's
and
the
that was
thing.
the thing. It came out in what, 1999?
I watched
like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
I just watched it like a couple weeks ago. Robin's just like, "Did you like it? Wasn't it cool?" I was just like, "That was kind of stupid." She's like, what?
Well,
Yeah,
and that's one of those things where like if you watched it when it came out in 1999, it was like,
Right.
oh, this like we
mind-blowing.
could do this eventually, where we could go into computers and like
Right. And now, this, see, if you have
Pretty much
VR
there.
chat, people are like, don't go into computers. Don't do it.
Yeah.
it's amazing how much like movies and these ideas drive what actually happens in our world.
Yeah.
Like it.
Go
Have,
into VR now. See you
Okay.
later.
Have fun in there.
have you ever seen the thing where it's like Walt Disney like helped us go to the moon?
What?
Yeah, because like he made like
I thought it was the woman from Star Trek. I thought she did it.
well it
Which
was
one?
one of those things where it was the
From
vision.
the first Star Trek. What's her name?
Uhura?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Didn't she?
Michelle Nichols?
That's her name, Michelle.
The
Nichols?
actor?
Yeah.
Actress? Yeah.
She helped get to people in NASA. Get NASA
she
to
helped
space.
people get to NASA.
Wow, she drove into NASA. She ran the shuttle service.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
I just think it's crazy, man. This thing is not attached to anything. I can just
It's
play.
not. You're right.
Put this on, and I can play a VR now. I don't have to have it hooked to a computer.
Futures now.
Yeah, man. Life is getting good.
Is
Hear
it?
that? That's it. That's when it locks into your brain and kills you
Yeah.
and takes over.
Have you pulled the needles out so it can't inject your brain yet?
Yes, they're not there anymore. That's
Okay.
what this is supposed.
Have you defanged your VR headset?
Yeah. That's why I don't have like any like holes around my eyes. So when it
Yeah.
like attaches itself,
Killer.
they don't put that on the label to tell you, like,
No.
hey, make sure you remove the death pins
Yeah.
from the VR headset.
Well, on a last note, I haven't gotten to watch it yet, but I've been watching through all the old James Bond, not old James Bond, all the Daniel Craig James Bond movies.
Oh,
Forgot how good these movies are.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Like they're especially like Casino Royale.
James Bond films are good. I don't care.
Yeah,
like
they're-
they're all.
well-
Oh yeah.
Certain ones are good.
Which ones don't you like?
A lot of the ones in the 80s and 90s were weird. Moonraker.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but
Oh
Daniel
yeah. There's one that from there that I don't like. From
On Her
the old-
Majesty's Secret
Which
Service
one?
is just weird.
It's the one where they were experimenting real heavily with special effects. Tomorrow something.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Tomorrow never dies. That's the one where what's his name? What's the I can't remember what the actor's name is.
That would have been.
I'm not prepared for this discussion.
Anyway,
But Sean Bean's in it, and he's the villain, and they fight on top of like that like
Oh,
little
that's
saddle.
Goldeneye.
That's not Goldeneye.
no, GoldenEye's one of the good ones.
Yeah,
But
they-
that's the one with Sean Bean because he's 006.
is it? I thought they were two different ones.
Yeah, because I
Tomorrow Never
remember
Dies
because
is
he's
the
at
one
the end of the game when they like badly put his face into the game and literally everybody else.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's one of those things like where they took
Man,
pictures
all them James
and were
Bond
just
films
like
just blend together, don't they?
slap
They
them on
really
these
do.
terrible
Just
things.
blend
Like-
together.
But so I'm halfway through Spectre, which I haven't seen before. I stopped playing it last night because I needed to go to bed. But where I'm getting ready to watch No Time to Die with the fam.
Oh, that's right.
So
Yeah.
That film's coming
James
out.
Bond's definitely gonna die at the end of that. Like I think Daniel Craig might finally be done. It is weird to me watching these movies.
He's claimed to be
Like-
done a lot.
He has.
Yeah. So, you're gonna give me another couple
They
million?
did 2 movies, and then in the third movie, they're already doing the whole like, maybe you're getting too old for this. Like
Right.
I forgot how quickly Daniel Craig aged from like 2006 when Casino Royale came out till now.
Yeah. Well, it's also
From
one of those things where
2006, that's like
15 years.
yeah, 15 years is a long time, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
How old was he in
Do
Casino
you think
Royale?
I looked the same 15 years ago?
Yes.
I was a lot better looking 15 years ago. I had more hair, and I was
Dude,
skinnier.
same.
And you know,
No,
so
I might add less. Actually,
15 years ago, man, I was cool. Now I'm just a sad, angry old man. Now
it's okay. We can all be sad, angry old men together.
I've been a sad, angry old man since I was a junior in high school.
Yeah, but that's just because you live in West Virginia.
Well, okay.
Do we have anything else we need to discuss?
Sabine Wren.
Oh yeah, Sabine
Wren.
Sabine Wren. Sabine
Sabrina.
Wen. Sabine Wen.
Ahsoka cast.
And it's not the voice actor
Yeah,
again.
Natasha Liu.
Natasha Romanoff.
No,
don't
Natasha Liu. Liu or what?
Okay.
I thought you were gonna
is
say
that
they
Lou?
casted Britney Spears.
Oh, that'd be funny. Natasha Liu, I think is her name.
She's off her leash now.
Natasha
She's going
Lou
to every movie she
Bordizzo.
can.
Natasha Lou Bordizzo.
Lou Bordizzo. Yeah, whatever. She's Sabine Wren in Ahsoka, so that's a thing that's happening.
Yeah. So, what color hair do you think she'll have in this? In this?
Blue or purple or green or red or
So any of the colors,
orange or
all of the colors. So
actually all of them.
think she'll still have a thing for
Could
like
be a rainbow head.
being spray painting walls. What are
Yeah.
those called? What are those called? Taggers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she definitely will be.
Graffiti artists? That's what they're called.
So if she's in this, that almost guarantees Ezra's in it.
What if Natasha is Banksy?
What?
Okay, nope. Got nothing to say. All right, fine.
I don't get it.
You know who Banksy is?
I know who Banksy is. Oh.
Because
Wait.
okay. Never mind.
The
then.
dots didn't connect from Natasha over to Banksy because I didn't have the Sabine in the middle of my head to connect the two.
That's why she got cast as Sabine. So she's a really good graffiti artist.
How
So
about that
she's
one time Banksy had a piece of art in an art show? It sold for a bunch of money, and then he activated the paper shredder under the painting,
Yeah.
and it shredded half the painting
Oh yeah.
and
that was
increased
a
the
big thing.
value by like double
Yeah, dude.
because art's weird.
Dude, the thing that killed me about art was the one guy that literally duct taped a banana to a wall, and it sold for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this other guy literally just looked up and went, "It's a banana." He walked up and like took it out and started eating it, and like they went after him. And he looked at me and goes, "Guys, there was the guy who bought this. There's literally a program every 2 weeks. They're going to come in and replace the banana."
Guys, this is literally my lunch. Like I just taped it here so I knew where it was.
Oh, it killed me. And it was at that moment I realized how easily art can be used to just pass money between hands.
Yeah,
I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah.
I like how you spilled your paint on your paint pad there. I'll give you $100,000 for it.
You can do better. There,
Give
now
you
there's a
50
new
grand.
color. Nah, better. You're going down. That's not better.
$25,000 final offer.
Not better.
25 cents. Final offer.
All right, I could do 25 cents. That's
Okay.
fair.
You
That's
heard
a
it
fair
here.
You're
trade.
paying me to take it.
Yeah.
This is what we call a bribe.
Negative 25 cents.
Ah, the negotiator.
Negotiator.
Negotiators here.
Thank you all for listening. This has been Pop Culture Unboxing, where I've social media. Who knows?
Where I've social media.
Pop Culture Unboxing. Me. I at Twitter at Matt Ross VO.
Zach, go ahead.
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at _leaf, LIEF. The underscore is important. I'm not a middle-aged Brazilian woman.
He's not. I can confirm that.
I'm Ryan. My information's in the show notes. You won't come subscribe anyway, so
Ryan's
Aw.
pronouns are none. Don't refer to him. I'm sorry. Don't refer to.
don't defer to me. I can't believe that
Me as a pronoun.
the Rolling Stones is still like Mick Jagger's still up there dancing, man.
And they are gathering moss at this point.
Gather what?
They are gathering moss at this point.
I thought you said mosque. I was like, what?
Elon, they're not
They're
gathering
Yeah,
moss.
they're
they
building
converted to
mosques.
Islam.
Yeah, they're
very
gathering the
polite of them.
mosque together.
Okay, thank you all for listening. Bye. I love you.
Yep.
Have fun.
Bye bye.